Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aria Randomizer Tournament 2022. Today we have the third match between Smilefires and McBobX. Going to be starting in a few seconds here, but before we do, let's cover the preset for this race. The major settings are Panther first, which means the first progression item we have will be Black Panther. This is the dash soul in the game, making everything go a lot faster. Additionally, we have Shop Sanity. The Hammer Shop is unlocked at the very start of the game. It has random items with random prices, and you start with $30,000. This can allow for some really early weapons, like a flame, but also not so good weapons, depending on the seed. And finally, Area Random and Boss Shuffle are turned on, meaning that the area connections will go to random other area connections in the game, and the bosses of each area, excepting Creaking Skull and Manticore, will be randomized. So, immediate things to look out for will be what is in the shop, and what is their first area connection is going to look like. Shop-wise, it's a pretty middling shop. We have the Tear of Blood accessory, which is a pretty high tier accessory, though it's too expensive to buy. There is healing in the shop with the coffee, but at 70,000 gold it is very expensive and not really worth the investment at this point in the game.
So some tasty meat, which is a little more affordable and heals for a bit more, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, both. I think we saw Tear Blood and... No, wait. McBobX did not buy the Warhammer.
I bought the Bastard Sword, I believe. Long straight sword, but less damage.
Yeah.
Does auto-cancel though.
We'll start with a random bullet soul, the red souls, and seems to be Harpy in this case. So yeah, I think the offensive potential kind of limited so far. But yeah, the first thing, as you said, we're just gonna look for the Black Panther now to go fast, which is a blue soul canister.
Legion for the first soul. It's a very strong red soul, though also pretty mana intensive. So we could see some use of that against Creaking Skull or other early bosses. Looks like Smilefires is opting to head left out of the first area. This could be a good route if it connects to Chapel, but right now top floor is just for information. He'll probably head to the other side to see what the other connection is, and meanwhile McBob is onto Creaking Skull.
Yeah, I don't like Smilefires play here exactly, because... Okay, he got kind of lucky there actually. Because the Black Panther cannot be behind that area connector, but okay, in this case it's fine. So it must be behind the hidden wall, I guess. That's the last possible check it can be.
So like that.
Yeah. So, kind of fortunate for Smilefires here, I guess. He could have dodged the Panther Soul for quite a while. So yeah, both.
Now as we see, for McBob, Panther, it's the dash. Get to go very fast. It's a replacement for flying armor in the logic, which is the soul you normally need to progress in this arena. Looks like Smilefires is choosing to fight Creaking Skull, probably for the experience, possibly just to open the door back.
Yeah, you usually gotta do it at some point, just for convenience reasons, I guess. And it goes by really quickly, so why not get it out of the way right away.
That random Skyfish drop. It's a very strong blue soul if you have the mana. By channeling the soul, you can increase your strength and luck stats to very high degrees. And while luck is broken in this game, the strength boost is very functional.
Oh, I never knew about the luck. That's interesting. I mean, at least if it worked, as you said.
I'm not sure what would be the purpose of the luck boost even. You channel Skyfish and then kill a single enemy.
Yeah, and just go for that soul farm. Because yeah, that's another thing, of course, we need to complete this randomizer is the 3 Dracula souls, which is one of each of the red, blue and yellow souls. we need those 3, which are randomized for every seed, to get to the true ending. You know, to get the information about them, there's books scattered around the castle, telling us which soul we need, and also which enemy drops that soul. So then you could either farm the enemy, or there's also canisters in the castle which have the required soul. How many is there of each color?
There are 6 canisters
6
for
canisters.
each soul.
Yeah.
That does not include like your progression, so I don't believe that includes flying armor,
Yeah.
your Skula, or your rush soul canister.
Yeah, and if luck worked as intended, maybe you could, you know, boost your chances of getting that one thing you need.
We do see Malphus now for McBob, as well as flying armor for both.
Sorry, I'll ramble there.
No worries. Does it include Panther? I don't believe so. Panther is also one of the progression souls. That said, if there are 2 or more rush souls in the seed, I do believe those are included among the 6. So you could have Curly be the mandatory rush soul, and then say a devil canister as one of the 6. First area connection to Forbidden. I don't know if McBob knows this, but you need Skula to get either of the checks here.
Yeah.
So there's no progressing past this. Smile might be dead.
Safe.
Oh, got the door. If you get stuck by a Dryad in one of these early levels, you are basically dead, because your lack of defense means you take 7 or 8 ticks of 60 damage each. Looks like Smilefires is heading back to the, I suspect, Vanilla Quarters entrance, which you can access with Malphus. You may see McBob going that same direction, or also possibly heading back into Forbidden and taking the upper exit.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, the right-facing exits are less likely to be dead ends.
Yep.
So it's not a bad idea to get it out of the way right away, but yeah, this is a very late game area and enemies deal quite a lot of damage.
You know, speaking of farming enemies, the Soul Eater Ring, what it does is it doubles the drop chance for souls, and it does actually function. So it could be very helpful for if you need to farm. Not sure what Smilefires is thinking here, because you can do a couple checks in this area. If you do that boat puzzle, you can jump off it in midair. But it could be that they just want to head back and do one of the earlier checks in corridors.
Yeah. Health also not looking great, so you gotta get out of this area if you do find something, and man, just gotta make it to that save right now. McBobX still
going back to the
struggling
Forbidden.
trying, yeah. I mean, killing these dryads, not an easy task.
Smilefire is going to check a vanilla dance hall. Grabs the poison worm soul.
Yep.
Let's see what this forbidden area is.
Waters.
It's a good area. You get access to a warp. There's an item check right next to you, and another area check if you want to head over there instead. Meanwhile, Smilefires is unfortunately walled by this exit. Doesn't have Kicker Skeleton to do the check at the top, and doesn't have Slide to progress to the left.
Yep. Finding sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you find Malphus and you explore an area, it's always great to find a teleporter, I think, and because there's like 2 checks you can do back at the start of the game with Malphus, as well as maybe get a canister and you can break through the wall, and oftentimes there's progression there at the very start where Smilefires is heading now.
We did actually see McBob skip that, though.
Yeah.
Teleported back, but didn't go for the canister.
There's a great canister there. Yeah, and Harpy cannot break that.
Legion could, but that takes a lot of mana, so we'll see if Smile decides to wait or do other checks. Maybe heal at Mina.
Yeah, just talk to Mina real quickly. McBobX getting it right now.
That's
it is kicker. So he could do that one check now in dance hall, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
Looks like he's still skipping the check above Hammer Shop as well. So we'll see if that comes back to bite him or not. Good play getting the big heart. Now Smile is kicker.
McBobX, if he actually does know about the kicker sequence break, he can do that one check, and it is a high priority check since it's logically locked behind. And there's backdash on the left there, above Hammer. But yeah, this check right here at McBobX, it's logically locked by flight. If he doesn't know about it, and he has a way to break the ceiling actually.
Panther can break the ceiling, but it looks like he doesn't know about that check.
Unfortunate. But
not a lot of progression in this seed. It's looking to me like the way forward is either through inner quarters boss or the other exit of quarters. So that'll mean going back to Forbidden Area for Smile.
Could also try for the Vanilla Garden entrance, but
Vanilla Gardens connect to top floor.
Oh, right, we saw that already. Sorry.
There's backdash for McBob. It's like a useful ability soul if you find some of the heavier weapons, like Final Sword, Excalibur, Ascalon. But with the weapons they have right now, Gladius for example, it doesn't need a backdash to cancel it. And the movement applications are basically non-existent when you have Panther.
Right. There's auto-canceling weapons. You do not need manually cancel or cancel with backdash the animation, and then the heavy weapons, as you said, which are very powerful, but take a long time if you do not cancel the animation. It is a skill that you do need to master though. Maybe, I don't know, we saw some runners apply it really well.
That's some good usage of Legion for lots of damage on the Dryads here. Just needs to not get hit by the seedlings, and it'll be fine. That's bad.
Oof. Oh, jeez.
Dryads are deadly.
Is insane.
And then get 60 defense and they're doing like 6 damage to you? No longer a threat. So for McBob, early corridors is a very dangerous area. Earlies don't take a lot of damage or knockback, and can tend to kill you very easily. The only checks are behind a very dangerous climb, and the boss fight doesn't have a save before it. So if you walk in and it's a boss that you can't kill, you may end up dying. Speaking of dying...
This is a cruel start.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, there was like no armor at all. Swing in the shop to really help you out here.
I was hoping this is like Chapel.
Ooh, great.
Very good area connection there.
Perfect.
I think he's going back for the warp to heal. They has to be careful doing that. One hit from a Valkyrie and he might be dead.
Oh, well played there.
But after that we should see him going to Chapel and we'll see what's in there. For Succubus, JD Silvergun, you can mash out of the succubus grab and take like, I believe, a minimum of 2 hits from succubus, but I don't believe you can mash out of dryad, so you're taking the max damage there, no matter what. We're gonna see both runners in chapel.
Yep.
I like it.
So really neck and neck here.
Meat stripped, plus 29 HP. Can't believe Smile would skip that.
That's worse than a rotten food, honestly.
Well, rotten food has the usage for lubricant at least. And with the flesh golem soul that Smile just got as well. Persimmon, that's also not very good.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's like the second worst food item. So yeah, here the boss is vanilla. The Manticore fight shouldn't be a problem for both of those.
Yeah, as long as they keep their distance and dodge the fireballs, it'll be fine. Though it does do a lot of damage when you don't have armor.
The Legion Soul once again should help out here.
Now T is good healing. T is 180 healing. Compared to Persimmon's 80. A Manticore does poison though, which makes you take more damage and deal less damage. So you hate to get hit by that. Oof. Works out for Smile. Now there's one check you can get in this room out of logic using Malphus and Panther, and looks like we'll see Smile going for that. Since with Panther, if you get a full height jump, you can kinda squeeze Soma over the edge. McBob had a rare ring drop off a golem.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pick it up though.
Rare ring
ironic.
Can be very good. I know some people who will swear by rare ring. I'm not one of them, but it has served me decently well in the past. Oh, sorry, I misread your message, guy. If it's a rune ring, that was a mistake to skip. If it's a rare ring, that's up to preference. If it's a gold ring, nobody cares, and if it's a chaos ring, I don't think that's possible to drop. We see a Floating Gardens connection. Interesting, you can get everything in this area with Malphus. And that's a Rahab's sword. Much better weapon than anything they have right now, so should see Smile going for that.
Yeah, this is where you have to make a mental note, you know, like maybe say Chapel Warp leads to Garden or something.
True.
Really important. This is where we need to go after we trigger the true ending in the Graham fight. To go for the last 2 bosses. So you always need to go to that area at the end of the game. And with the area shuffle, this can be quite hard sometimes. And we've seen some players, and I speak for myself here too, struggle with this a lot.
Forgetting Aria is one of the killers in this. Orange ring with a blue gem in it.
Yeah, it was a rare ring, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds like a rare ring to me. Because Rune Ring is orange and orange, Chaos Ring is orange and white, or Chaos Ring is like black and silver or something. I've seen it twice. Not a lot of good checks in Gardens.
Yeah.
So, does this mean that progression is through Quarters Boss?
I don't see what else we have left.
Am I reading this correctly?
I think so.
That could be deadly. We could see late game bosses like Balor, Death, or Legion in this boss fight. But at the same time, we could also see great armor and big golem. So it's basically a gamble for the runners on what they get.
Yeah, let's hope for something manageable here. I mean, the Rahabs surely is gonna help. And we also found quite a bit of healing. I mean, even though most of it wasn't great. Maybe, you know, you can trade it in at Hammer's shop for some tasty meat.
Not a bad idea. Rahab's sword should make most things manageable, like you said. Though I wouldn't like to try that against Legion.
Yeah, Legion is like the
80
one
damage versus 5,000 health. Eh, no thanks.
thing. Death and Balor could be a bit annoying, but should be doable.
Oh, that's right. There are still a couple checks in Eastern that we haven't seen and that could be gotten. We'll see if anyone goes through that. No. We won't see anyone go for them. Maybe?
You setting the cycle here, maybe? Or...
Farming money?
Yeah, that one can. What is it dropping? $400?
Guaranteed $500, yeah.
500 even, yeah.
There's a check down here you can get with Malthus, and then using the boat. Okay, hitboxes.
Wow,
okay.
I didn't know he was safe there. Ooh, that's
Calibug, okay. So now every boss is going to be pretty manageable with Calibug and Rahabs.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentional by Smilefires, but that's actually a great strat.
With Kicker, I think Smile could see what the item check on the bottom is there, but no way to get it.
Very nice from Smilefires here. Taking that boat for a ride on the first try. Maybe getting a rock punch.
Let's hope for progression in these last check. Because otherwise, guaranteed boss, I think. It's healing. Well, Melon is plus 600 HP, so very good healing for most of the game. If not all, given the levels that these randomizers usually stay at. But it's not what we want to see, which would be Flight or Skula. So it'll be interesting to see where Smilefires goes next.
Yeah, he's pretty much gonna be forced into that boss right now, I think, right?
I think so. We may see McBob go up there right now. Good double hits with the disc armor.
Yeah, both players really making do with what they have. Man, this lack of armor.
Yeah, the damage from those curlies is really a killer. We still haven't seen these checks at the top.
True.
So it could be one of those Skula Hippogriff. Oh, that's... I don't want to see that.
Ah, dying there. Man, it takes a long time to get back there. Smilefires is gonna have an easier time now. Having the Calibog as well as a lot more healing now in tow.
Hopefully we won't see a death from Smilefires on this way.
Is he going?
You can't make it up there. You can get up this far, but I don't believe it's possible, even with the kicker.
He's going for it though.
You know, if this is possible,
I think it is.
Mad props.
I think it's possible.
Yo.
But yeah, the Kilodol really has to cooperate here.
Astra?
Like...
This is
that would be so hype.
Fuse. Alright, Fuse, when am I gonna see you use that in a race?
I think I've seen that happen, actually. Yeah, this is not really a safe strat, as it's very dependent on the RNG, like the killer door. I don't know how the RNG is being calculated, but yeah. It seems to do whatever it wants, actually.
It does reset your Malthus though, Garny. So while you may not get fight, you do get to use your double jump again. We're gonna see Smile doing the ceiling check.
Looks like it. I can't break that lower candle. You need both.
You can. If you break the ceiling and then return, the candles will respawn, but the ceiling remains broken.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. Nice.
Yo!
Oh, that's a great canister.
Hello?
Are you kidding me?
Huge. Okay.
That's flight locked flight right there.
That's massive
Oh
for
my God.
Smile.
And McBobX could have had that too, actually, since he went there first time around, having kicker already. Alright, big advantage now for smilefires. At least he has a lot more options now.
Looks like he's heading top floor. Interesting. He did get the save, so it's pretty safe. He won't lose Hippo if he dies here.
I mean, the way this random works is the items are weighted, and you know, basically the more dangerous the area, the better the stuff is that you find there. McBobX, on the other hand, finding Blaze.
Glide. Wow. Compared to the Hippo Schoola find?
So, oh my god, and it was Legion after all. Oh, that's bad.
That's awful.
That is really not what you wanted to see there on Bob's side.
I have to make the decision. Do you fight Legion with Rahabs? Or do you just call it there, reset, and go get Schoola again?
I mean, having no rush soul here too, he's going for it.
It should be a pretty doable fight if you just stay safe, but it'll take a while.
Yeah. And the Legion Soul, it will not help you here much, since it does deal dark damage, which Legion resists. Yeah, if he does manage to beat it, he will get a lot of levels, that is true, but is it worth the XP per minute? You know, he does have to make it.
I think one of the classics of Aria Rando tournaments is low-level, low-gear Legion fights being forced onto you. I have seen it way too much for it to be a coincidence. Like 3 times at least, I tell you. Smile going for the climb now, so he's gonna get Dead Warrior and slide himself.
Yeah, this
I guess. No, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a really bad position they were forced into here. If you stay in logic, right? You get your slide on top of the Stormy Tower. So what do? Do you go for the boss fight and risk it since he didn't know about Legion? Or do you go back and save? It's such a long way back.
I think not knowing any of... Ooh, that's unlucky.
Oh no.
I think the better play would have been to go back, since you haven't seen any of the bosses.
Yeah.
So you don't know what the chances are. But at the same time, it's like 1 in 6 that it's Legion. That's not very high. It could be worth the gamble.
I'm just gonna unmark that slide for now for both players.
Yeah.
Let's see if they actually... I guess McBobX. Wait. Okay, I thought for a second he was going for that sequence breakdown.
Smilefires skipped a check, yeah, like Lucha just said. The one lubricant room. We'll have to see if he plans to get that on his way back. Blue book. Allura Une from Lubricant can farm that, but I don't believe either runner has it.
I don't think so either. It's doable, especially in the arena.
Gargoyle, right next to Gargoyle. Classic.
Kill a doll, so... a whole bunch of canisters here. Ooh,
algorithm. Intended progression is you get slide, you go back to dance hall, and you go through the dance hall slide check. That Manticore find is huge. Rush souls are some of the best souls in this game. Definitely among the best blue souls, and Manticore is the best of those. Deals insane damage. Clock Tower, not very good. Because Smile still doesn't have Skula, so this is just a warp out. But it could be good for coming back later.
Yeah, you could sequence break that and circumvent it with the kicker skeleton, but it's risky. And
Smile does have Skula, says Luicho. Interesting. Surprised he didn't do lower clock then, since he could go right up, get the save point.
I must have missed that then.
Which check was it, top floor? Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, Smile is Skula. My memory has been jogged. McBob finds Calibolt. That's good weapon-wise.
Let's see if you can keep it.
Alas, most of the enemies that you have issues with on the side of the map, that is, the fish heads, do resist dark. So Calibolg is not very effective.
Also,
Smile
quite a
dying
bit
here.
of damage.
Smile's one shot. Okay. The safety heal. And that upgrade from a leather plate, man.
It's gotta feel good, right? Especially after more than half an hour with basically no armor.
Do see some more good healing with that beef curry. It's a plus 800 HP. Makes it the second best healing item in the game. Well, tied, I suppose, along with spoiled milk with Flesh Golem. Only a super potion is better than that. It's looking like a pretty empty Eastern.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do here. No progression at all. Elfenrobe is good though. Especially with the Manticore from top floor.
Yeah, just some armor upgrades here. But I guess, you know, both players wouldn't say no to that. Smilefires surely welcomes it. I'm guessing McBobX is gonna get the slide now and go back to dance hall.
That's what I hope.
Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't try for the Legion fight again. he also did find top floor, so you know, maybe maybe he finds bad dance hall, like, and can join in, smile, you know, catch up, I should say.
Really need to hope for McBob that he finds the other flight somewhere in the seed.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that out of logic check for Smile is big win. Early, not very good. Especially not with Manticore in the picture.
Smile debating whether to use his healing or not. It is sometimes a tough decision. Shop doesn't have that great of a healing item for sale.
If you can't one-shot the merman, okay.
Barely.
It's fine.
Isn't that exactly the right amount of damage? Like 25?
I don't know. I have never memorized the merman HP.
Alright. Healing after all. I think it's wise.
You don't know what the area clock tower is going to connect into. Clock tower is pretty good. You have a boss with a save point right next to it, so you can check what that is. And you already know it's not Legion, so should be pretty easy. You have the great armor with its just excellent hitboxes.
Oh, McBobX. Oh, he lost his kicker before.
Yeah. Speaking of great armor, it's
Yeah.
great armor.
Real easy boss here.
600 HP, give or take.
Yeah.
So, very easy to do with mid-game weapons.
Just locking a high potion though. In the vanilla game, this would unlock the shop, the hammer shop. But yeah. With this preset, we already start with the shop unlocked, of course.
So the shop does get upgraded whenever you kill Death or Headhunter. And they each have their own third of the shop locked behind it.
Right, so I think both players would probably like to see that, these boss fights.
We get to see what's in Dance Hall now.
Yeah, let's maybe hope for the giant bat soul right here. This could really even out this race between McBobX and smilefires. And there it is. Wow, that's actually perfect.
It's very good.
That is really what Bob needed.
Hey Freeland, welcome to the race. And thank you for the raid. Smile doesn't have slide, so just face tanking through these spikes. Probably gonna reset out unless the item on the bottom is really good. We're talking like Demon's Mail or Galamoth. That's unlucky because you have to get that. Could have some very important progression behind it, but now I have to go through these spike tunnels again.
Yeah, Galamoth checks, highly weighted. And we also see another quirk of this game, where spikes actually deal more damage to you the higher your armor is. So we saw Smile, he unequipped his armor to actually take less damage from the spikes, which is really weird.
I've been told that that's a design decision made to keep the spikes threatening even at higher levels.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know how accurate that information is.
I mean, it
That is
sounds
not
logical, but yeah.
That's not one of my accurate Aria facts. It's the I've heard this Aria facts.
Okay. So maybe just fan fiction.
Could be. Tsuchinoko Soul. That could be useful if the shop has anything good in it. Go back, buy meat for cheaper, I guess. But Smile doesn't have Galamoth, so his Galamoth checks on the left are gonna go unchecked for Smile.
Oh, didn't he just grab it? The ball
Oh no, you're right. Sorry, I'm getting runners confused.
So actually this worked out perfectly for Smile here. Because he can skip the Legion fight now and just go ahead and check Galamoth right away.
Warp right out. Go back to corridors, I guess. Good fight Legion for the levels.
Yeah, I mean now with Manticore, maybe that's an option. It's fine.
Dead Warrior does have that.
He should, yeah. I saw that.
Does not have it.
Does
I lied.
not have that.
Oh, it's at the top of the climb. He's seen it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
with
that's
slide.
right.
So Smile knows where the soul is, but doesn't have it right now. Might go through no, not going through Legion. And McBob's fighting death. Pretty good fight. You get a lot of good levels. It's a pretty easy fight comparatively, and you get the shop upgrade afterwards. So very worth the time to do.
Yeah, really good first pace here. Unfortunately, Bob does not have Manticore yet. That would make the fight a lot quicker. But he did well so far. Also still making good use of that disc arm assault.
Oh
yeah,
wow,
looks
he
like
just
you're right.
safe spotted that scythe. Managed to dodge it by standing still. I've seen that like twice before.
Gotta be careful now, Bob. I don't know if he's completely out of healing or he just wants to preserve his healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows he's close to killing, so he just doesn't want to use the rest of it.
Gotta ask yourself, how greedy can I get?
He doesn't dash to the high mind up because he doesn't want to die to the Tsuchinoko. Slide again.
All right.
Smile.
So he probably did remember.
Yeah.
Since he had it there right away.
So we still need a red book. I don't believe we've seen that. And think of the areas where it could be. I'm leaning towards the second flight, some of the flight checks and corridors. I don't believe we've seen the exits of.
Right.
Oh, and also all of Reservoir.
McBobX did unfortunately not get the Hippogriff yet, but at least he does have flight now.
Oh, pitch black suit there. It's a decent armor.
That's decent, yeah.
Definitely better than most other things in the seed.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. So let's see, Bob either... Yeah, well he needs to go to top floor, I guess.
Yeah.
That should be his top priority right now.
His top floor priority, if you will.
But maybe he wants to check out the upgrade shop now? Huh?
I think to... Oh no, it's top floor, yeah. Good Indian skip there. And now Smiles is heading to clear dance hall.
So yeah, depending on where our last book is, this is still anyone's race. I'm also getting the giant bat soul. And Bob now. He did head to top floor.
Allure Une off.
Oh, that's nice.
That is the soul they need. First try, even. I don't know if McBob has a blue book to know that. But if he does, that's very good for reach and go mode.
For sure. Be a bit careful now, Bob has to do here. The save is very close. Do not want to die on those last few steps.
Oh, there we go. He made safety.
I believe he didn't get this cooler yet. So was it behind the final guard then?
It was
the first
ceiling check. Ceiling check in the Airness room.
I see.
Leaving top floor instead of doing the rest of the checks. Not sure about that. Nothing to do here without Skula, so I'm hoping McBob heads back into... Oh, Lightning Doll random drop, that's very nice. Second best red soul in the game.
Yeah, Smile really blazing through the seat now. I think he's done a lot more checks at this point now.
Yeah.
This early Hippogriff really, you know, jump-started him, and finding the Manticore too is gonna help him a lot in this fight.
When you have Hippo and Panther, there's not a lot that can stop you movement-wise. I'd like to see someone do Reservoir soon, because I think they've both seen it. They can both do all of Lower Reservoir, and checks like Waterfall could be the book that they need. Manticore for McBob. So he is heading back through top floor. I don't know if he's gone to get Skula yet. I don't believe so. It's also out of mana. Hate to see that.
Yeah.
So one of the major reasons runners prefer Hippogriff. Not only do you not have to menu to equip it, but you don't have to spend your mana to use it.
Especially with these top floor checks. As well as the, I say, waterfall checks. The other big area where you really want to have Hippogriff. But yeah, it's just faster anyway.
I've seen too many runners sitting there at waterfall with that, wondering, am I high enough level? If I am high enough level, do I want to sit here and wait for my mana to regen?
Yeah. Bob did just find the blue book.
Every single one of Smile's healing items is a full heal for him. Typically, you look at your healing in that situation, you're like, I don't want to use anything good. What's my lowest item? But there is no lowest item.
Guess I just have to pick something then.
He did pick the lowest out of his all full heals though, so...
Well, good game knowledge then.
Or it could have been a 1 in 3 guess.
Yeah, speaking of, that's also an option now, right?
True. Smile does know 2 of the souls, has 1 of them. I don't believe he has gotten Allura Une. So he could farm Allura Une and start trying to guess Red Soul. There's Skula for McBob. It's good to see for that. can now go explore Reservoir if he wants. And hi, Julius, just for a few frames. He senses a dark power within Sony, you see.
We're gonna meet him again later, though.
For a lot longer.
Yeah. A lot longer when I'm fighting him, at least. Yeah, Julius... I don't know, this is a notoriously hard boss fight. If you don't know how to fight him.
Very hard if you do know how to fight him.
Yeah.
So Smile's come back to Corridors. Now I'm curious if we're gonna see them go back into Reservoir and do the waterfall checks. And maybe Western. Looks like yes. I like this choice because they're running out of areas to check. They have access to a waterfall right here. Could lead them to Study, perhaps. And then Study would connect to Arena. Don't quote me on that.
Arena and... Did we see the cemetery yet? Was it?
No, I don't think we have seen Cemetery. So, looking at it that way. One of those connects to Corridors, I believe. One of them connects to Study.
Makes sense.
We'll see if my seed knowledge is up to stuff.
Alright.
Galama for McBob. Gonna need that to find Yellow Book, so good to get that check out of the way. JD, am I right in thinking that it is the second flight check? The one closer to where you meet Graham for the first time? Is that Dupe Skula? That's Indian. Indian now lets Smile go through Waterfall. And the full bingo card, I believe.
Yep.
So we could see those last few areas just very soon now.
This should be Cemetery then, or...
I'm thinking Study.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong. Good try, me. Oh yeah. Study is a right-left connection. So it needs to be Study into Arena. That's Red Book, that's the last one they need. Legion, they have.
It's Legion.
Allure Une, they can farm Allure Une, and then go in, kill Graham, and hope for better weapons there. Maybe check shop, see if there's something behind that.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad call to finish the Cemetery now that you're here.
Yeah, could be Belore for more levels. It's 3 pretty quick checks. So
yeah, really a lot of checks.
There's your Yellow Soul. Again. Gungnir is very good. I think that Smile can beat the game right now. You have Calibulg for Graham and Julius. You have Gungnir for Chaos 1 and the Chaos Eyes, and you have Durandal for the Cult Core. And that's all you really need. Not to say that we wouldn't love a Levitain or a Claim right now.
Yeah, and I think for everything else you just have the Manticore. Plus I think he also has the Elfin Robe. So...
Yes,
yeah.
That sounds right. Good Slay
More
not
damage.
healing there. Smile doesn't have a lot of healing and really needs to save it. Especially if they don't make a shop trip.
Yeah, I think that would be wise. We also have not seen the upgrade shop yet, I believe.
No. Or Headhunter, so...
Yeah.
I mean, do we think Headhunter is in Arena or in Study? place your bets, we'll probably never know.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe we'll never find out. Let's see here.
Got a lot to sell. If you just keep Durandal and Calibul Gunner, you can sell most everything else and you're fine.
Already has a lot of gold, as it's called here in the menu.
Doesn't put Tsuchinoko on though, so losing out on like 20% more on everything. I believe it is. Don't sell the Soul Eater ring, whatever you do. You gotta keep that for the lubricant farm.
Alright. So high potions for 30k, that's a good deal.
If Smile has Flesh Golem, then the correct play there is to buy Rotten Food. But I don't remember if they have Flesh Golem, or if that was McBob who got it.
In general, the yellow souls were not too crazy in this game, and the seed.
No Stolas, no Triton.
No.
Not a lot of cool souls.
Skeleton Knight was like one of the best options, so that's not great.
That's never fun. I think we're gonna see Smile head off for the lubricant farm now, though.
And you can see McBobX, he's traversing the castle now, like how much time Hippo actually saves. And unfortunately didn't get it right away, after finding the giant bat soul.
I think McBob has Lurune algorithm.
Yeah.
I disagree.
On his very first lubricant.
Yeah, Smile should put on Soul Eater ring here. He swapped it for Tear of Blood. And I don't think that's worth it. Double the chances is way more important than a bit more defense here. Because if this farm goes long or we see Smile take a death to lubricant, it could be a big setback that McBob catch up. Nine high potions though, I didn't even see those.
Yeah, they were
Healing
added.
is not an issue.
Costing only 30k, so half the price of the tasty meat, I think.
Very nice.
Mile is loaded when it comes to healing.
So it's really just a question of how long this farm takes, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, lubricant not the highest drop chance, I think. I don't have those memorized though, but yeah.
I don't have them memorized, but I do have them on hand, so give me 10 seconds.
No, that's fine.
1.04%.
Oh.
Or 2.23%. That said, in the fuse-made randomizer, the drop chances have been increased, supposedly, to what should be a maximum of about 1 in 30. So, shouldn't take too long with average luck. So
yeah, still very lucky on Bob's side, you know. The one lubricant that he killed, already dropping the Dracula soul. Bob now also finding his armor upgrades here in the Eastern Reservoir. Nice to have. Not really what he needs right now. So yeah, we farming now.
Yeah, we farming now. We'll be farming for a while now.
Yeah. But yeah, as you said, oh, there it is.
There we go. Go mode for smilefires, I believe. Should see him heading right up to Graham now. Now, as has been mentioned in the past, since apparently Caliburg is just the most common weapon in these seeds so far, Graham does not actually resist Dark, contrary to what you may believe. So Caliburg is equally effective on Graham as, say, Julius. And in Julius's case, he is not weak to Dark. He just resists wholly. So take that as you will, but the takeaway is really just don't use Caliburg on Chaos.
So yeah, Bob finding study here. Not really what I guess we want to see here for him, for his sake. Probably won't find anything helpful here. Maybe a duplicate book actually. But yeah.
50% chance for every book to have, for any book to have a duplicate. So very doable there. We've seen some seeds where all books have duplicates even. Julius is not weak to anything in particular algorithm. He resists most things, I believe. So you're not gonna like stone him or poison him or anything.
While equipping the 3 Dracula swords now. As at the end of this phase, this is basically the check. Did you equip all the right swords?
You can see both by the text in Graham's message, as well as his face, that you got the correct one.
Because if not,
I'd
would
quote
have to
the
reset.
text, but I don't know the text, because I don't use the text. You'd have to ask, I believe Luicha reads the text. I agree, Garny. Imagine reading. It's just faster to look at the picture. I will stand by this.
I think you should just instantly die. Wouldn't that be a great addition?
Oh, true. No, just a way to keep you from guessing wrong. It's like, no, you're wrong. Reset, you fool. But now Smiles is done with Graham. On to Julius and the Floating Gardens. So the question is, does anybody remember where Gardens is? Because I don't.
I think it was at the Chapel Warp, I think I said.
That sounds right. Medusa head for McBob along with, I believe, Iron Golem. So moving very fast, but I don't think Smiles is going to be stalled on these endgame bosses with the amount of healing they have. Gungner DPS is not very good against Graham because it deals lower damage comparatively, and Graham has a lot of defense. So you're hitting like 10 to 20, I think, compared to Caliburg with like 40 to 50. Gungner will be very good against Chaos 1 and Chaos 2 eyes, though, where those parts have 0 defense, meaning that Gungner's multi-hits are basically the best way to deal damage.
Yes, I think this is the last area that could connect to anything. Arena is at the end here of study, which is of course again worst case scenario for Bob now.
Is that Dupe Skula? No, it's Basilisk.
It's even worse. Like, probably the worst yellow soul in the whole game, Basilisk.
Now, hot tip for the Aria racers on chat. We see Bob going into this tunnel to check what the item at the end is, but that is actually much slower than proceeding with the area and going to the top side of Arena, where you can see the item through the wall. And if it's a soul, you can even hit it through the wall. Where's Garden? Well, Garden is where Smile is. Taking the safety save for Julius. I agree with that in this case. I see Bob doing
Minotaur hallway actually had the Allura Una, the required blue soul.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alas, McBob already had that from a random drop.
And yeah, this was definitely a case where this was a lot faster to farm for Smiles than to search for that last canister.
From what we've seen of Smile's other seeds, they're a very competent player for their Julius fights, playing it safe with backdashes to dodge every attack. So it might take a minute, but it should go pretty easily. And in the meantime, we get to listen to the absolute banger of a song that is Heart of Fire. So now, the Julius fight is divided into two phases. The first phase with 4,000 HP, I believe, and the second phase with 2,000. In the first phase, Julius will stagger after every 4 hits, while in the second phase, he stops staggering and instead starts using his sub-weapons Holy Water, Cross, and Axe. So, the first phase is the much slower phase, with staggers and dodges mixed in, but second phase has an increased danger level, with more attack options. Additionally, if you look in the background of Smilefire's fight right now, you can see the castle. And once Julius transitions to his second phase, the castle will actually start falling apart due to the power of Julius's Grand Cross. And I'll point it out again when we get there.
That is some actual lore here, I never noticed that.
Smiles is better at fighting Julius than a single lubricant. True. What is Bob looking for? Bob is looking for Red Book, which we know is in Cemetery.
I would love for Smile to use his Manticore here.
Yeah.
It is really, I think, the best tool that you have against Julius.
Definitely, because Manticore and other soul hits don't count towards that 4-hit stagger amount. So you can hit Julius however many times with your sword, but you can still land all of those Manticore hits. Final guard. Now you can see in the background the castle's falling apart. Very interesting visual, I guess, Easter egg that the devs added. Please heal. Rip Bob. Died to worst room in the game. Hate to see it. And we're now onto the second phase of Julius. You can see him mixing in holy water, axes, a lot more dodges. Omnia Vanitas is what that move is called. And Julius is invulnerable for the entirety of it. You have a very brief window to strike him at the end, or if he turns to another dash. But a lot of runners don't go for that.
McBobX, he's doing DDR, no! I have the giant bat.
More Aria facts. with DDR, which is the room McBob is in, if you have Giant Bat, you can actually slip through a crack in that breakable wall at the top of it.
No!
Which is not a glitch, it is a developer oversight. We call them exploits. Smilefires, meanwhile, is on to Chaotic Realm. Gotta see the checks? Burt Gang, not very good. Not better than Durandal in this circumstance, I don't believe. But there's always chance for, say, Lubricant, Claim, Excalibur, Levitain, anything.
So yeah, these small little exploits, not exploits, but these little glitches, like for example in the DR room, but more importantly in the breakable ceiling in study, right? Not in study, sorry, in dance hall, was really what gave an advantage to Smilefires in this seed. With the hippogriff being there, and I feel like Bob is playing it a bit like in vanilla. He's not playing bad. But these little tricks...
Yeah. He's just following logic, and that's not working against the hippogriff that Smile found.
It's just insane, the advantage that you can gain out of these small little sequence breaks.
Vanilla Belore. Someone say the thing.
It's even randomized.
Smiles is about to be entering chaos. Final fight in the game. Very hard boss fight. Definitely the hardest fight in Aria, and harder than a lot of other bosses in other games. Definitely. There's a lot of RNG in this fight, but most of it can be worked around if you're good. Oh! McBob still has Iron Golem on. He really needs to not get caught by that fire. And we are seeing Smile use Gunner, so a very good DPS there, getting 210 per.
Yep. Those statues not having any defense, multi-hit weapons are a great option. I don't know that they also equipped the black belt, but there was one after the Gram fight. Every point of strength. Yeah, so every point of strength also adds a lot of DPS there.
This is the first match of today. It is the only match of today, for this is the third match of their set. Though, looking at the calendar, we're gonna have more matches on Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, the 25th, 26th, and 1st. And possibly more than those, we'll see. So, Aria is not going anywhere, but you'll have a bit of a break. Now moving on to Chaos 2, this fight works a bit interesting. There are 4 eyes, each of which hit with 0 defense. The core in the middle, with 3000 HP, as with the eyes, is the actual boss and is what you need to kill. But the core starts with, I believe, 120 defense, and killing each eye decreases the defense of the core. So depending on the weapons that the runner has, you'll want to kill more or less eyes to lower the core's defense farther. I'd say it's a numbers game, but I don't know anybody who has actually done the numbers to figure out when it's more optimal, when it is more optimal to kill more eyes. So, take that as you will. Additionally, you have the thorns coming out from the middle. Those come out and then fire in the same clockwise or counterclockwise order, so you can either crouch through them, or slide to the other side and then back to dodge them. And finally, you have the orbs. Smile is low health. Please. You have the orbs, which will track towards Soma, can be knocked back, but if they stick to Soma, they will deal a delayed damage, which does not give him any iframes. So you can pretty easily get comboed to death using the orbs and other damage sources in this fight. Orb indeed. And finally, the snake, of course. Utter, just complete random as best as I know. Snake will go where the snake goes, and the snake will kill you if it wants. Slide is a very useful ability soul in this fight, since it lets you dodge a lot better than you'd be able to with just walking backdash. Some very good safe spotting from Smile to dodge the thorns.
Yeah, and this is almost the 4th eye down. Can start working on the core now. Again, Manticore, a really great tool to have here.
As we can see, Cobulg, 1 damage. Chaos resists Dark. Not going to be doing a lot of damage there. I would love to see the Durandal equip and the heal. Because Smile, not a lot of health right now.
Yeah, testing out different weapons here.
You have 2 health, please!
Oh my god.
My god.
That combo!
And this is what I mean by you can get comboed by Chaos.
Good thing you went for that chop trip again.
Yeah. Smile was hit by the snake, which dealt 115 damage, taking him to 2 health, and knocked him into one of the orbs. That orb knocked him into another 2 orbs. So sometimes it just doesn't matter how much healing you have if you can't pause fast enough to use it. Oh.
It goes straight. Oh no!
Smile takes the death on Chaos. Unlucky. But I think he should be able to take it down the second time with just a bit faster healing.
Having no overhead swing weapon, it can get really annoying to keep those little orbs that are constantly magnetizing towards you away from you. Since the straight sword hitbox is not the greatest, especially the Durandal one. There's other ones like the Levitate which have a much larger hitbox. But yeah, this is just a game of patience, I guess, at this point, and not being too stingy with the healing, I guess.
Yeah, if you think you're within 1 or 2 hits of dead, you definitely want to heal. It's just not worth the risk of dying this late in the race.
Man. Bob's still looking for that last book. Go to the Forbidden Area now. I don't think we've seen the checks here, right?
No. I don't believe we have. Because neither of them had Skula when they first found it.
Yeah. The very end of Castle Corridor.
Smile, please. My heart. He has 1 hidden him. He can take a hit and be fine. But jumping around those orbs is not very fun. I didn't actually see what the item in Forbidden was.
I think it was all rocks.
Unlucky.
So another piece of armor.
Whole rock suit and a lance. Damn.
There was also a rune ring and a lubricant room in the arena, so there's some nice equipment that was scattered throughout the castle, but yeah. That arena, it was so tucked away, I don't think it's even worth it, if you knew about it.
Why is Smile just standing there? Just taking the orb.
Just come at me.
Do it, Snake. Hit me. You won't. You can see those orbs tracking onto Smile combined with the Snake's jank movement patterns, we'll call it. Very threatening in this fight.
One eye left. And I think you do have to go for a 4-eye stretch here.
Definitely. With Durandal only dealing 19 damage, and that's your best weapon here.
Yeah.
Got a 4-eye and just do that and hope for Manticore damage. You can take another hit. Alright, fine.
Oh boy.
Maybe don't take that many more hits. You only have so much healing left.
Just staring at those orbs. Oh, am I gonna see a refight with Legion here?
Well, should go a lot better this time, because now McBob has the levels from Balor. There we go, that Manticore damage is what we like to see. And what we need to see given Durandal's much worse damage.
So healing situation is still okay.
There's enough healing that you're not really in risk of dying right now. You just need to keep damage on the core and it'll be fine. So now we see that McBob has one of the Eyes of Legion down. There's a trick that you can do here to crouch in the corner, and then Legion won't actually be able to hit you. So you can just get free damage on, though it is a bit slower than jump canceling, as you need to stay on the ground for that. How much HP for Chaos in total? 3,000. And, Magashi-sama brings up a good point that should Smilefire have mind-ups, which I believe he does, he should be using those to get his Manticore MP up. Because the faster this fight goes, the better. Less chances for Chaos RNG to kill you.
Yeah, plus, you know, saving it for the next seed.
You win the race.
Hey, the Rando hitbox really isn't great.
Well, it's one of the worst straight sword hitboxes, I feel. Compared to, say, Levitane, or Fronting, or even Calibulg. Just very lacking.
I like these small nuances that... Okay, and there it is, GG.
There we go. GG for Smilefires. That's the race through that. I'm thinking that we'll probably see if McBob forfeits this, since I don't think we have the time left on the channel for the rest of the seed for him. We will have to see.
There it is, the final book for Bob now. Should be in go mode. But yeah, I think this was really the... Like, there were, I think, two major things. First of all, the sequence break to the Hippogriff for Smile, which really just jump-started his movement around the castle, gave him a lot of options. He then proceeded to find, I think, the bottom of Clock Tower, and could get to Galamov real early.
Hey, Smile. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. GG.
See, Venter's also here. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
How did you like the seat?
Oh, I did not know where to go at the start. Probably saw me flailing around. I did completely forget about inner quarters. I was just thinking that, like, oh, I'll get up to the boss later or something. And I picked up the warp and I left. And that kind of was the way forward because of slide. And then I just went and got Hippogriff anyway. I felt like I did this all wrong.
Yeah, if you had gone to the Vanilla Dance Hall entrance with the kicker already, you could have gotten the Hippogriff real early. But yeah, I think what really put you ahead was the early Galamorph check, since we saw Bob only did it right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but definitely the early Hippo, since you had done the trick with the kicker on the candles. That really helped you out a lot. And Bob, even though Giant Bat was right there, right next to that check, he never went back for the Hippo.
It was a very rough seed in terms of area connections, since the only way forward is really get slide or use kicker to go out of logic. And I think we saw which one was the better option here.
Yeah, and I think no matter which way you went, you had to, like, you were forced into Forbidden early just so you could go get the other door.
Yeah, that was very rough. We saw a couple deaths there.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, what else do I have?
Yeah, being at the end of Castle Corridor, right? You don't want to go all the way back to the beginning to do those Malphus checks in the beginning. So yeah, I think this was really your best bet at the time. A little unfortunate that after going up the Stormy Tower, where you got your required yellow soul as well as the slide, you went right back in for the boss fight. So how did that feel? Facing Legion there.
Yeah, I definitely did not want to face Legion right then.
Yeah, that was another really bad spot in the seat to overcome.
The instant reset upon entering Legion is a classic of the Rando.
I've had Legion, like, there like 4 or 5 times now in my practice, so it's been pretty brutal. But at least, like, I started seeing, like, oh, slides up there, and you were supposed to take this slide, so I was thinking that being there made it not so bad that I had to go back for it.
Yeah, did you, because you reset, and then you found the yellow book after, like on the other side of the quarters. Did you remember that it was the required yellow up the Stormy Tower?
Yeah, because I'd remembered that, like, I'd seen it the first time I went up there, and that was in the back of my head, like, I knew I reset out of that one. Yeah, was just trying to remember.
Very good memory to keep that in mind, since I know a lot of the time one of my issues is I'll see something like a book or a soul, and then just forget it's there. And that's what I need to complete the seed.
Yeah, I actually did that the first race I did with you guys, where Kainaza was the blue, and I reset out of having it, so I just, like, did a farm for it instead. That was the Swiss cheese memory part, but as I do more, it's coming back to me, I think.
Yeah. Did you have mana healing at the end? Because you could have used that to get your Manticore damage on Chaos a bit faster.
I probably do, yeah. It's not something I'm very good about remembering.
It's good to keep in mind, though. But congratulations. You know who you get to face next in the bracket?
Yeah, I heard you were scoping out the competition, that's why you were on this.
Yeah, you know. Gotta see who I'm up against. Just can't wait.
I think McBob gets the real reward here, getting like a couple days off before because they face the loser of Semo versus Vinter. So
Oh yeah. You know, I think really McBob has the easier set of matches. All things
Wow.
considered. Look, Vinter, I'm not calling you bad, I'm just calling myself better.
All right, really stirring up a competition here is Barracks.
Yeah. It's the competitive insults, you know. Gotta keep it exciting.
well, thanks guys. I'm gonna go eat, I guess.
Alright. Have yourself
have
a
a good
good
one.
dinner.
Yeah, thanks for commentating, thanks for tracking, thanks SpeedGaming for having us.
GG's.
See you next time.
Bye.
So let's see, is Bob gonna get... Oh no. Going to the warp here. But yeah, I guess why do any more checks right here in Go mode? Or is he?
Looks like Bob has decided to forfeit.
Alright.
Judging by his chat, he forgot where Floating Gardens is, and also we have not much time left before we gotta hand the channel over to the next people. So, GG's to Bob. Let's see if he wants to hop in. Just for a few minutes.
Yeah, I think Bob had a good showing here. It looks like he's a self-taught player. Judging from how maybe he didn't really go out of logic, didn't do these small sequence breaks. Whereas Smile did do them. Other than that, I think there's definitely a lot of potential, and you just can just look at those small little things, and it could really help out his game.
I think that's a good way of looking at it. Really solid play, but hard item checks. Welcome! What did you think of the seed, Bob?
It's not good. again, the books just like, I mean, they are in weird places. Like the final book I could find was in Iron Quarters, and it was after I beat Legion.
Oh, the
I went to
Galanoff
Legion.
book?
Yes,
Yeah.
and first I thought I could handle Legion at the start, but then I died. You know, it was really hard to deal with. I don't know why I kept, beating those small enemies right there until I got died, but it is what it is. So I tried to change the route and search somewhere else until I get upgraded for Legion, and then return back. It was a last resort. I was like, where are the damn books? It happened to me last seed, and this seed as well. So it was really unfortunate for me, but that's luck. That's the game. That's basically it. The books were just not doing well for me.
Yeah. One thing we noticed regarding route is that the first early divergence between you and Smile, Smile did an out-of-logic check in Dance Hall. Did you know that you can use Kicker Skeleton to access the check behind the breakable ceiling there?
Not really. I didn't think about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
that is...
I forgot even to return for Kicker Skeleton. I found it, I believe, in corridor, like in the platform before the entrance to dance hall itself, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere there. So I forgot to pick it again. That's why I kind of wasted time there.
Yeah, it can be a good check to keep in mind. You don't have Kicker
Yeah.
and Malphus a lot of the time, but when you do, it can, as we saw this time, that was where Hippogriff was. So that definitely changed the race a good bit.
True. I mean, I didn't practice this for like, just took time to practice randomizers. I was like, hey, give me the seed and we'll play and see how we can deal with it. But yeah, that's a great information to keep in mind for future checks. If I play again.
Yeah, I mean, you're only into losers. You get to go up against
There's
either
still matches.
Seamorox or Venter here. So
Okay, so there's still matches.
still matches.
Okay, I thought it's single elimination. It's nice.
Alright, well, I think that you had a very good showing this set. One against Smile
Thanks.
once, so very good there.
Yeah, that's good. I also need to kind of keep in mind that I can reset when I die. So I like you see me again, like just waiting for the animation again. I forgot about it, but I have to keep that in mind, like in the future. Next time probably I would practice more for this randomizer. Definitely, I will try to do some random seeds, like 3 or 4, just to get the hang of how to do checks. When should I rely on warp zones? When should I go straight to activate them? What should I do when I have weapons? Some weapon, for example, what weapons I need to pick. That's gonna be a great preparation for next matches. I hope I can do well.
Alright. Good luck in your next matches, and for
Thanks.
everybody watching, please give our runners a follow. And if you enjoyed the commentary, there's that. So thanks, Vinter, for helping out with comms and tracking. Thanks to McBob and Smile for the great races. And thanks
Thank
to SpeedGaming for letting us be over here.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, nothing to add here. It was a pleasure.